But even if when it's doing that, it's doing the background. I might just have to record it and then save it if
Yeah,
it's do it
we can
again.
do that. We can record it and then probably send it out or something, or a recording
All
link.
right, let's do that since it's not letting me do. All right, I'll do record to this computer. Oh, it says it's streaming.
Yeah, I think so. I could see that as well.
All right, well, as long as there's no feedback, we're good. Okay, so I'll stop. Okay, so we'll leave it on YouTube. Yay! Okay, welcome. So, hi everybody. So we have a special guest today. Thanks everybody. This is
Good
Swati.
day.
I'm gonna give her the reins today. She says it's going to be a short introduction. So if that is the case, we will go into clearing. If not, we will open to question Q&A and do well, wherever it takes us is going to
Okay.
take us. So we've got an hour. We're going to have a lot of fun, and we're going to learn about Ayurveda healing. So I'm excited. So Swati, I'm going to give it to you. If you guys have any questions, I'm here in the background, so I'll be here. So go ahead and take it.
All right. Thank you so much. And I'm so happy to see you all here today. So first thing is, please feel free to ask me questions because I'm not going to take a long time. But I'll just give you the introduction of what this Ayurvedic medicine, what Ayurveda is, and what I do. So after that, you might have questions related to like specific or in personal questions. Please feel free to reach out to me as well. I'm connected with Judy as well, and I'm very, very thankful for today's opportunity. She's such a sweetheart. Like the moment we met and how it just got connected and how she executed everything, I'm really happy, and I'm very, very blessed that I'm here today with you all. So first, let's start with is Ayurveda introduction. What is this Ayurveda? So many people I could see is they don't know anything about this Ayurvedic medicine. So let me give you a little bit of insight what that is. But before that, let me introduce myself. I am Swati. So Swati Maske is my name, and Vaidya is actually the designation that is being given to Ayurveda doctors. So I hold a bachelor's of Ayurvedic medical science from India, as well as I hold a master's in clinical research and pharmaceutical medicine from India as well. I am also an author as well as a Vedic astrologer. So I offer treatments here in Crystal Lake, Illinois, which are based on is gut health, like digestive health is my go-to, like it's my expertise, as well as hormonal imbalances and metabolic disorders in people. So I see a lot of cases related to, you name it, like eczema, like skin disorders, to hair fall and hormonal disorders, to thyroid conditions, everything is because Ayurveda is a medicine which covers everything what comes as an imbalance in our body. So I also have studied Vedic astrology from a very famous Vedic astrologer in India. His name is Alok Jain, and I have studied it for like 3 years and more. And I also do Vedic astrology consultations. You can find my information. We can post it on Facebook so that you can visit my website and know more about me. I am practicing in Crystal Lake, Illinois, since 2018, and I'm practicing Ayurveda since 17 years now. So I have all these more than 120 five-star Google reviews. So you can check out my business on Google as well and read how people have healed themselves by working with me Ayurvedically. So let's go to Ayurveda. Ayurveda, Ayu means it's a Sanskrit word, it's a Sanskrit term, and Ayu means life and Veda means knowledge. So that means Ayurveda is the basis. It is the knowledge that gives us the guidance of how to live our life. Now, what is this guidance to how to live our life, right? So the thing is, Ayurveda does not follow this one size fits all kind of a strategy. Ayurveda tells you that you are unique in your own way. The way you react to things, may it be food or may it be emotions, is unique in every way. So there is no other Swati on this trillion amount of population, right? So I am unique. I handle emotions in a unique way. I handle my food in a unique way. So when I work with people and they come with different imbalances, most of the time they have been given a medication or they have been prescribed something which has been prescribed to tens and thousands of people. So this is not how Ayurveda works. Ayurveda is a personalized approach. So that means a healthy body and a healthy mind defines the health of a person. So if you are healthy in your body as well as you are healthy in your mindset, that is how the concept of healing or health comes in picture. And that is what Ayurveda's focus is on. It is more related to is if your body is going through any kind of imbalances, like for example, I have many influencers working with me as well, and the way everybody is targeted on social media most of the time, right? The way people comment, the way people don't know our journeys, yet they have their opinions and they are very open about it. Sometimes it hurts us very deeply, and it goes on and on and on without realizing our bodies are failing simultaneously. It's not just our mind, but our bodies start to give up as well. So there are many metabolic disorders. There are many thyroid disorders that are coming in today's world. Even young population like 13 years old or 14 years old, they're facing all this on a regular basis. So I see all of these cases working in a very different manner each case. So if an eczema case comes in picture, it's not like Ayurveda has a stated protocol that we are going to give to that person. I take the case, I sit with that person for 1.5 hours to 2 hours, and then I analyze that case on a case to case basis. What's going on with her, or what's her lifestyle, what does she really like to do, or what she really is stressed about on a regular basis. It what makes that person's case unique. And after that, that individualized approach is being put into a customized plan for you. So there is nothing which is related to is, oh, you have this, these are the printed notes, and take home and just do what I told you to. This is not how I work. I work on a very one-to-one basis, and for me, each and every client of mine is very important. Now, when it comes to Ayurveda, when it comes to this Ayurvedic medicine, how does it work, right? Everybody must be wondering, like, what is it based on? So, Ayurveda is based on like three important things. First is lifestyle. It's very important. Like, Ayurveda has given you a lot and lot of inputs, lot of information, because this is the foundation of every medicine that you see today. Is because 7,000 years back, Ayurvedic medicine was the only medicine that was being practiced all around the world. Vaidyas, these are called as like those Ayurvedic doctors, we would call it as, from India used to go to certain places wherever they can, or people would travel there to get treatments based on Ayurveda. And after that, all the medications, like for example, fever or for basic things that were invented, are based on the Ayurvedic concepts. So that is the reason that I wanted to study Ayurveda and implement it. It's because it's very important for us to know what these 7,000-year-old practices have told us in order to live a healthy and happy life. So there are lifestyle choices that Ayurveda tells you to do, and they are very easy to do on a regular basis. You can just implement it. So Ayurveda is not just for an unhealthy person. It is also for healthy individuals, people who want to live a holistic, healthy life. That is what Ayurveda is going to give you guidance to. Another thing over the second important part is diet. It's very important to follow a certain diet when you are practicing Ayurveda, is because, for example, I'll give you is a woman came to me, she's a big lawyer over here, and she came to me with a chronic eczema rosacea case going on for her entire life, I would say. And she went to multiple hospitals, multiple clinics, and nobody could find any answer. So they did all the skin allergy test and this test and that test, and nothing got diagnosed. And you know what was the reason behind those eczema kind of erythema kind of rashes coming on her body? Was her stress. And I told her, did anybody tell you to do something about it? And she said, no, you are the first person. And I said, I did your diagnosis, and this is what it is, and this is what our plan is going to be. And she said, really? Is this going to help me? And I said, yes, you will see. So the very important thing is lifestyle, the change in lifestyle. That means what? Taking out 10 minutes for ourselves is so important. We keep on going all throughout the day, doing all the things one after the other, and then we just like we keep on going, and the body keeps up with us, and because of that, one time it happens, it just gives up, and then disease is formed, unhealthy situation is being formed. So why to wait? Instead, Ayurveda has tons of beautiful lifestyle practices that you can explore, and you can do it on a regular basis. You do not need anybody's assistance to do it. It's easy, and it's very, very effective. Another thing is when it comes to diet. So when it comes to diet, Ayurveda has certain principles that it says, or it tells us to do. That means what? For example, adding dairy and fruits together, or dairy and salt together, dairy and meat together, is opposite food combination. So because we eat these opposite food combinations on a regular basis, because we don't know about it, Ayurveda has told us 7,000 years back, like how, even if like on a over the counter, if you take a little bit of milk and you put anything in the milk, it's gonna curdle, it's gonna go bad, it's going to be spoiled. So the thing is, it's very important that our gut is like that gut is literally a furnace. It's like a cooking apparatus. And when you put something which is not going to sit together in a synchronization, it is going to create poison. And that poison is what? It is the nest to different diseases. That is how you are inviting different diseases, and the pathogenesis starts very slowly. So if you're doing it on an irregular basis, now many a times, like we have over here, I always talk to people about is how opposite food combinations are being fed to people on a regular basis. Having a glass of milk, or having a glass of like a shake or something with meat or with salt and with your food, and or that cold glass of milk with any kind of food, is just opposite food combination. So we blame is foods. What we don't understand is these combinations are very important to understand as well. If we know these combinations are not good, we shouldn't be taking them, as well as we should be refraining other people or our family members to not do it on a regular basis. There are lots of alternatives that are being possible and can be done when it comes to is food combinations. So diet, there is a set rules that Ayurveda follows and gives you guidance based on diet as well. And the third part is herbs. So Ayurveda has documented more than 8,000 herbs right now, and there are more coming. And I have been part of 17 research articles where we have proven how Ayurvedic herbs are really making a difference in different diseases. So taking, like, you must have heard ashwagandha, you must have heard brahmi, you must have heard neem, you must have heard triphala. All of these herbs, now they are patenting it, now they are bringing it into the market, and people are just consuming it blindly. This is what I'm not going to promote is, do not take those herbs on a regular basis. It's because these are herbs, they are working with your body's chemistry. So it is better to go through a consultation, it is better to talk to an expert before putting anything inside your body. So these three things are very, very important when it comes to Ayurvedic treatment. Now, the second aspect to Ayurvedic treatment is how to take down the stress and what can be done. So, yoga, meditation, all other things like breathing exercises or practices help that person to calm down quite a bit as well. So, the thing is, this all works in synchronization. It's not about just focusing on one thing, it's on focusing the entire body. It's because we are conscious animals. We are not someone who are just being, we are not robots, and they are not yet able to create another human being, no matter how fast we are evolving in this industry. So the thing is, that makes a lot of difference when it comes to Ayurvedic treatments, Ayurvedic regimen. So it all depends on person to person basis. So working with me is not a challenging process. You can read my reviews online, as I said, because people are really excited they with working with me, it's because it's a happy journey. It's not something which is like, you need to stop this, you need to stop that, you need to be on a strict this. You are, nobody would like that, right? And I have right from like a 3-month-old baby to 80-year-old woman, all kinds of clients going and working with me. So I first is understanding that person is very important. You sitting in front of me and knowing you will be my focus, and then that is how we are going to adapt, that is how we are going to work with each other as well. So this is a very light introduction of what Ayurveda is and what it's based on, but I would love to take any questions in before I speak further. So are there any questions? Do you have any doubts or any inputs related to Ayurveda, or have you heard Ayurveda before?
You do weight loss too, right?
Yeah.
Hi, Swati. Thank you for sharing all of that. It was very interesting. I have a question, just specific
Mhm.
blood
Mhm.
and blood, either blood disease or
Mhm.
hemoglobin deficiency. That's something, an iron deficiency in the blood.
Mhm.
Very curious about how Ayurveda would
Mhm.
help to
Okay.
improve that or level that off.
All right, that's a very great question. Now, see, Ayurveda, there is a concept of absorption of nutrients from our body. Okay. So, whatever we eat is what we say is that is how I'm going to get nourished. Correct. So, the first tissue in our body that is being nourished is called as rasa, or it is called as the plasma. Okay. So, now whatever we eat, the first thing that we have to be very, very vigilant about is how the digestive system is working, right? How is your digestion? That is where everything, the absorption of your nutrients, the detoxification process, everything is in the gut apparatus. So first tissue is being formed, which is called as the plasma. If that cup is full, if your plasma is happy and healthy, I would say, then the second tissue, which is called as the blood tissue, is being formed. Got it? Then comes is a muscle tissue is being formed. Then comes as bone tissue is formed. Then bone marrow is being formed. And then the last tissue which is being formed is the reproductive tissue. So the thing is, if this ladder over here, like many a times people come to me complaining hair fall, okay, and they want it to get fixed. And I say is there are no magical oils out there, or there are no magical shampoos that is going to save you from the hair fall. It is something that is starting from your gut. So my answer to this is when the gut is happy and healthy, when it's healing on itself, as well as detoxification process is going on, then I can introduce over here is good herbal combinations, food combinations, which can get absorbed in your system in order to increase the iron levels or increase the iron absorption in the body. Like, for example, I'll give you, I do have people with like anemia or people with like blood disorders, and they will say is, what now, like what, like everything is good, I poop every day, I pee every day, everything is fine, I don't have any bloating or anything. And I always tell them, see, it is not just related to that, it is related to is, even if your system is working and you are thinking that it's working fine, there are many glitches in there which can impair that system or refrain that system from absorbing the nourishment. And that is the reason the body cries or the body craves. They always asks for something, which is like many a time says, like when iron deficient person is there, they are more craving is iron rich foods as well. It feels like that, like some people calcium deficiency, they start eating chalk or they start eating something which is what, that is that indication that body is telling you that that deficiency has happened and you have to compensate that deficiency. Another thing over here is when it comes to raw things, many a times people go and say, I'm going to go on to this smoothie diet now, I'm going to go and gulp down this juices now. This is not the answer to everything, because your digestive system is warm. It is a warm acidic environment. If you put on all these juices, you are over diluting that digestive juices for no reason. And because of that, what happens is more malabsorption of nutrients starts to happen, because body thinks there is no core food coming over here. I need to save this woman, I need to save this man. So the what the liver gets liver heat overheated because of no reason. And all this like vicious cycle comes in picture, and you feel very very great for 10 days when you are juicing on, when you are doing that, after that, joint starts to hurt. After that, lethargy comes in picture. Headaches or migraines comes in picture. So all of these things you have to find the balance. When to drink that smoothie, how much to drink for my constitution. That is what Ayurveda will emphasize on. It's a good question. Very good
I
question.
appreciate that because I've had people who came to me and they were doing cleanses and all of that, and they would get the lethargy and the
Mhm,
headaches and stuff like that.
mhm,
And they're like, "Well, I'm doing a cleanse, it's just normal and natural." So I appreciate you saying that it's not natural and normal. They are missing something because that's what I was saying. But without that background like you have, it's just me saying something. And it's like, well, no, energetically, I know. Like,
mhm,
no, that's you should be, I mean, I get cleanses, and I get they're not exactly always pleasant, but in the
mhm,
same sense, to me, that doesn't seem right, right? And I'm like, there's something missing. So I do appreciate that you saying that because
mhm,
then it it matches along with my
mhm.
intuition of being like, okay, no, there's something off, there's something missing. So I appreciate that. Thank you.
Exactly. And it is like one thing leads to another, like these are small things. Many people do good, like they are fine with like skipping their one meal into some kind of juicy juice or smoothie, but I would never say that. It's because smoothie itself, this concept of smoothie, where you keep on mixing tons and thousands of things, basically what you hate or you don't like, and then you grind it and then you put that slush, or that's all that slushy mushy kind of thing into your digestive system, and tell your digestive system that's your part to digest it now. See, every food in our body, whatever we eat, may it be an apple or may it be a chicken drumstick, every food and our digestive system has an intelligence that is being built to digest that food. When you grind that food together in so much of amount, especially green leafy vegetables, which is like basically is like those volatile oils which are not being gone at all, you're just like smoothing them out more, churning them and grinding them and putting them in your system, the body gets confused. The body
Wow.
gets is like, okay, you know what, this is a certain amount of sludge that is there, I'm going to secrete more acid in the environment right now. That acid, that sludge never gets absorbed fully, and it gets settled down in your joints, or it gets settled down, or it creates as hormonal imbalance in the hormonal system. So it is very important for that person to get analyzed first, that what is good for me and what is really not acceptable. Blaming gluten, blaming dairy, blaming this, blaming that is not the solution. The solution is how well I am working as a complete individual. Am I fine? Am I stressed? Am I not handling it well? And on top of that, what am I doing? There is no magical pill in the industry, what they claim about, and say that you take this for a month and your skin will look this and your hair would be looking like that. There is nothing like that. Like it's like working with your body is very, very important. Yes. Any more
Awesome.
questions? Yeah.
Have another question.
Yeah.
I'm full of questions.
Yeah.
I'm
Please.
really curious, specifically, this is for me personally, but
Mhm.
um, when your pancreas is compromised. So
Uh-huh.
now the blood sugars are
Mhm.
erratic, and
Mhm.
now you're introducing medication
Mhm.
to offset that. I would be very curious, um, A, if that's reversible,
Mhm.
and B, obviously getting off the medications,
Mhm.
um, and how your plan, how the Ayurvedic would help to do that, help to
Mhm.
reverse it. And again, you said it was life knowledge, how to create new life, new regeneration, so that your the pancreas is working again, so it's
Mhm.
more optimal.
That's a very good question again. See, I have like I'll give you a case example. Okay, I have one girl came in. She's just 8 years old, and she got diagnosed with juvenile diabetes. Okay, so the pancreas are basically in an easy language. They're failing. They're not doing their job. In her family, there is no diabetes at all. This girl is alone who got diagnosed with diabetes. Now, related to the case history and everything that is there in its own parts, like whatever it was there and whatever the mistakes were done, but the thing is, the good news is she was able to taper down the insulin dosages that she was taking 4 times a day to just once a day into the minimal dosages right now. She's a 8-year-old girl right now. So that healing has happened in a young age. The more younger the person is, the more alert that person is, it's more responsive. Once that disease becomes a little chronic, the body has learned certain things to adapt to those kind of changes, and the dependability into the medications. Like, for example, I have people coming in for like 10 years they are taking insulin, or 10 years they are taking something for their pancreas to work in the fruitful way. Now with those people, I would say is my goal is to taper down their dosages, and I have seen people, and you can read my testimonials for it, is lowering down to the minimal dosage as they can. It's because the pancreas have started to heal. This has done a miraculous effect, because I am so happy. Thyroid clients, like they're like, once you get diagnosed with thyroid, it's like a dead end, right? People, doctors will say, this is your thyroxine, you're on it for your life now. I have person I have many, like I have 3 people who have reverse thyroid conditions as well in their chronic stage of health. One is 43 years old, and one is 28 years old, and one is 16 years old. So the thing is, they could do it. That means what? The body responds. Even if you try Ayurveda, it's never going to harm you in any way. It is just going to put you in a kind of a state where you are continuously healing. Because the thing, or the main key over here, Ayurveda's main goal is to get into the root cause of diseases. So what is the root cause? When we start healing the root, when we start nurturing it, of course the body has to respond. It's like, even if the pancreas are not very much responding, they are not in a state of responding, but your other organs are going to be more cleansed, detox, and they're going to help the pancreas to make its function more easier and more fruitful. So that is one thing. That's a very good question.
Thank you. That was a really good answer. Thank you.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know how to formulate the question, and it might be 2 different questions.
Mhm.
Okay, so my fingers are always cold, and my
Mhm.
toes are always cold.
Mhm.
And I've taken those tests to find out, like, oh, am I a PETA? Am I
Vata.
yeah, those.
Uh-huh. Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm.
And I can never figure it out.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So, do you have one of those or do you have a way of determining that more clearly? Because I do know that my body digests warm foods
Mm-hmm.
than cold foods.
Mm-hmm.
And cold foods, like I love salad, but my body doesn't really digest it as well.
Exactly. All right, so let's address this. She's asked a very good question. So see, Ayurveda has like 3 constitutions. I did not talk about it a lot today. It's because it's like an extensive kind of an Ayurveda 101 topic that, and I'll be talking about these talks about like specific on topics is Ayurveda 101. So I always give lectures and talks. So you can follow my page and you can have those updates as well. But let's answer your question. So there are 3 constitutions that Ayurveda tells, like Ayurveda says, or Ayurveda has documented that there are 3 constitutions that we are inclined towards. Okay. These constitutions are based on our biostatic energies. Okay. And these biostatic energies are based on the 5 elements. So that means earth, water, fire, air, and space. Based on them is our constitutions. So one constitution which she's talking about is air and space constitution. Okay. So these people most of the time are fast talkers, just like me. They are very artistic as well. They are they think a lot, like they are very quick thinkers. They are very like they like different things in their lives. They're not constant, they're not stagnant, they are always moving. They're like air and space. Okay. Now these people, they have certain characteristics like body or physic characteristics as well. And they are very thin. They're like, compare them to a mouse. So they are like little introverted as well. They are a little bit like, they're always active. They like to garden. They like to do artistic things. And they are always like kind people as well, but sometimes they become very anxious very easily, or they will have is like cold hands, cold feet, dryness in their system quite a bit. So these are those inclined people. Another constitution is pitta, which is fire and water. So fire, when it comes in picture, these people are like roaring kind of people who are dominant, who are leaders, who know what they are doing. They are they want people to follow them instead of they following someone. So very dominant kind of energy is pitta energy. These people are like lions, so they have more is heat in their system. So most of the time, these people are on the angrier side. They get agitated and angry very easily. And the third constitution is called as water and earth constitution, which is kapha. And that water and earth constitution people are like elephants. So that means these are the people who will eat less but gain more. They will have less inputs but think more. They are more compassionate. They are more giving. They are more emotional people, attached people. So all these constitutions, right? So we will be thinking, oh, I have each of them. I have one point. I'm like this. I'm like this, and I'm like this. What should I do? Nowadays what is happening is like when Ayurveda came into a boom like since like maybe 10-15 years in the US, people started to build is these quizzes. What is your constitution? Find with the quiz. So what they do is they will tick is, oh, my hair is like this, my eye color is like this, my physique is like this, I digest like this, like 10-15 questions, and in at the end they will tell you you are this dominant person and this is this how it is. To study this constitution and how to diagnose person is the basis of my education. So I studied it for like 6 years continuous like all these things, and for 2.5 years is understanding a person's constitution. So I always tell people when they walk into my office, when they have a consultation with me, they will have their newspaper with them, and they will say, oh, I'm dominant in this is, and I said, nope, not yet. I'll tell you the dominance after we have our consultation. And that is the reason that on my website, you won't find any such quizzes at all. It's because those quizzes are something they are just drawing people because people need something. And when they know that I am an air and space dominant person, they start to do the lifestyle, which is opposite to balance this. But that is completely, if you are misdiagnosed right over here, you start making mistakes in your food, lifestyle, and dietary choices. And that is where everything starts to fail. And they feel is, why am I feeling like this? So there might be one or two characteristics you might be having that does not make you dominant in that thing. I never ask a person, "Oh, how is your hair? What's your eye color? Or how does your hands and feet are all the time?" I never ask those questions. I take a very detailed history right from their birth till how they are right now. And then I get to know and I tell them at the end of the appointment is, this is what is going on, this is your core thing, and they are surprised like, oh my god, I never told you that, how do you know? And I said, these are your basic characteristics and this is your dominance of what elements you are dominant in, and now we are going to work on your lifestyle and dietary practices one on one. So the thing is, it's very important. The first stage of Ayurvedic medicine, if you want to implement in your life, is getting yourself like having your good constitution, that okay, this is my constitution, this is what I know, this is what I'm going to do under the guidance of an expert. Is because there is so much Ayurveda. You type Ayurveda and you will boom, there is a lot of articles and this and that and everything comes in picture, and people are like overwhelmed. They don't know where to go, what to follow, what supplements to take. This is not a supplement based industry at all. Ayurveda is not. Ayurveda will never tell you like, unless and until you don't take like these 10 supplements, you are not going to gain any health. No, none of my clients, are 50% of my clients choose not to take any supplements, and yet they are reversing their disease conditions. It's because this is not about supplements. It is about is understanding yourself and making small choices in your life which are going to take you in the on the path of happy and health, just like that. So from 2018 till 2024, having those kind of like, you would say is following as well as those reviews is something that has not been achieved in the entire US. I'm the first Ayurveda doctor who has done all the detox therapies as like just having my little 400 square feet office. So the thing is, I don't need a bigger facility. I don't need anything which is like fancy and this and that. Yet people are healing with me. Is why? Because I'm passionate about this practice. I'm doing this since the age of 13 years old. So that is what I want to do, is make people aware. And I thank to Judy, like people like amazing opportunities they give to make our words count and let it spread. And that is why I always offer talks on Ayurveda, is to take this misconception, like Ayurveda is all about this, Ayurveda is all about this, and Ayurveda is very hard to practice. It's not. It's very easy. And you will see in 15 days people, or 10 days people practice, and they will text me and they will say, how come my energy is so good? How come I'm feeling better? How come my diet, how come my gut is feeling better? I'm feeling good. Is because you are working on the core areas that you are supposed to do many years back or many months back, and you would have just done that. So it's not about as supplements, it's about as getting yourself diagnosed properly. And it's not, again, it's not only for unhealthy people, it's for healthy people as well, for them to get their constitution known, so that they make good choices in their later part of their lives as well.
I
Right.
love that, Swati. That's awesome because it's a nice compliment to what it is that I do, right?
Mm-hmm.
So because it's little, but it's all emotional and memories, right? But it's a really nice compliment. It's like kind of like hand in hand. So it's really nice to have that diagnosis and then be like, okay, if you're going to do meditation or whatever, you know,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So thank you. I appreciate that.
This is very important. Yep. Yes. Any more questions? Has anybody tried Ayurveda before, like, or it's very new? Like any Ayurvedic like treatments or anything that you went to or you did anything?
Nobody?
Nobody? Okay. All right. So it's yeah, I know that science. Yeah.
I'm familiar with it and I've followed some of it, but I
Huh?
can't give up my chocolate.
Oh. Oh my God, I know. It is all about is oh, so mad. It's all about is when you have to give up something. Most of my clients, they come with this like, okay, Dr. Swati, I like this, like I don't want to give up like that. And I say, you don't have to give up, you have to make a peace with it. And how to make peace with it is having it and enjoying it instead of gulping it down, sit with it and then just enjoy that peace by closing your eyes for 10 seconds, and then you will have that satisfaction. Anything that is eaten for a longer period of time consistently in massive dosages is harmful. But something that is really in something that you created with your own, like chocolates, we blame. That's what we go through, is we go and we say, oh, this is bad for me, that is bad for me, that is bad for me. Then everything, what are we going to eat? Then there is nothing left. Then what's the enjoyment? Food is for our enjoyment, but the food, if it is made with good food combination, whatever I was talking about, and you enjoy it, you love each and every bit and taste of it, which gives you the inner happiness, enjoy it by closing your eyes and just like, and you will see the portion size will come down.
Mhm.
You will never gulp down it one after the other continuously. So yes, that's a good one.
I can piggyback on that too. So I do clearing and cleansing on food.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So if there's something like
Yes.
that is for people,
Mm-hmm.
I had to do it with French fries because I absolutely love French fries.
Yes.
And so I had to clear myself on that. So if anybody needs help with that, I still will eat them, but I don't eat them like I used to. And I don't
Yes.
need to eat them like I used to. I literally cleared myself. I'm like, oh, okay, I know. I still love them, but it's like I'll have just a couple and I'm like, no, I'm good. And I'll like the whole plate like looks like I didn't even touch it, right? And I'm good. I'm like, no, I'm good.
Yes.
Here you go. I don't need
Yes.
them and I'll give them to my boyfriend or whatever. So and I actually worked on it with another client. She had, I forgot what it was. It was like cheese or something like that. We worked on
Mm-hmm.
it.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the session, she's like, oh, it tastes like sawdust. She didn't want cheese anymore. So you
Mm-hmm.
can go to the total extreme
Yeah.
and be like, okay, I don't ever want it again. Or you could do like what I did, where it's just like, no, I can have them,
Yep.
but I'm not. So there's options. is what
There
I'm
are
saying.
options. Yes, there we go. Instead of going through that thing and getting feeling bad about it, if you feel good about it, and as I said, it's like a good food combination, it's not gonna harm your body just like that. It's not. Our body's mechanism is excellent in detoxification. The only thing is when I do like the detoxification processes and treatments, it's like getting more is understanding of your own self. It's all is like what, like suppose Judy is doing, and we will be collaborating in the future as well, because we'll help each other so much. Many people, they are stuck in their body ailments like pain and inflammation and things like that. And the other thing is the clearing of the energy which she is doing. So the thing is, it's so important, and that is the definition of a healthy mind and body, and that is the definition of a happy healthy person. So that is what we should all promote as well.
Yeah.
So Soumya is saying, I'm undergoing Ayurvedic treatment for PCOS. Yes, very good, Soumya, and I hope you are getting good results as well. Is because all this PCOS is everywhere these days, and it's getting complicated after COVID as well. It's getting just like too much, like urinary tract infections as well as like hormonal disorders in girls. It's just coming up. I see a lot of cases in that, and it's better to get it addressed without hormones first, see how your body responds to certain things, and then trying out like panchakarma. Pancha is five and karma is rituals. So these are five rituals Ayurveda offers, and I hold a master's in that medicine as well, is how to deal with and how to do the detoxification process. So all these things are very, very important. We were being able to crack like so many infertility cases based on PCOS, because this is just like, this disease doesn't go anywhere. It is just, it gets stuck with that person for months and years and comes and bite back when the person wants to conceive. So good that you are on a herbal regimen, and I wish you a lot of success. All right, any more questions? Nobody?
Oh.
Okay, so all right, so if there are any questions, you can just go ahead and you can anytime let me know. Probably I'll post my information on Judy's page, or I can text it over here as
Well,
well.
yeah, do both. Put it in
Okay,
the
all
chat
right.
here where they can find you.
Uh-huh.
And your website, and then if you want to type it on, because I already posted it on Facebook, but if you want to do it again, you could put
Okay,
on
I will
all of your
put a
information.
yes, I will put a link on
Yeah.
Facebook.
So that was awesome, Swati. Thank you so much for all of
Thank
that information.
you.
It was very informative. It was absolutely beautiful. I'm really appreciative of all of that. So so yeah, thank you for everybody for being on. And yeah, if you guys want to stay on, I'll do a little bit of a clearing for the last couple of minutes. Swati, you're more than welcome to stay on if you want
Yes,
to
I
see what
am
I
gonna stay.
do.
Of course, I need that.
But yeah, go ahead and type that in the chat. And does anybody, before I switch over to clearing, does anybody have any questions or anything last minute before we switch? Everybody's good? Awesome. All right. So yeah, so please leave your information, I'm sure, including myself. I'd like to go to your website. I never actually went to your website because I was always on your Facebook page.
Okay, I'll put it on Facebook. I'll put the Facebook page and all the
Okay.
information.
Awesome.
I'll do that.
Yay. Thank you so much. Yay. All right. So based on that, does anybody have anything that they want to clear or address? I mean, I know, where did she go? Susie. Susie had about chocolate. Do you want to work on chocolate?
No, I like eating my chocolate.
She doesn't need the clearing anymore.
Let somebody
Oh my
else
God.
have some clearing.
I know. Sweet
Sweets
cravings.
cravings. Okay, sure. So Samya, is there a certain one in particular? I think she's Coca-Cola. Okay. All right, let's do Coca-Cola. All right. Jackie, do you have access to Coca-Cola?
I do.
Awesome. Can you go get it?
Sure.
This is exciting. I love this. So fun. Anything sweet I can't control. Okay, Samya, anybody else, if you have a sweets or anything like that, go ahead and go get it. If you have access to it. Gluten, go get some bread or anything that's gluten. you have access to it, go ahead and get it. If you don't have access to it right now, because we only have a couple minutes, if you don't have access to it, just you're going to imagine it. Perfect. Okay, so let's do Jackie because she actually has it. All right, so anybody else?
You know what's interesting? Sometimes I can completely go for months without it, but it's like kryptonite. If I have the tiniest little bit of it,
Well, it's an
I feel,
addiction that you're trying to control. So there's still
yeah.
an addiction there, right? So, okay. So do me a favor. What I want you to do is I want you to open it. I want you to take a sip of it. For
It's
anybody else,
also
take a
it's
bite.
also adversely affected my my H1 A1C. So
All right. Well, we're not going to drink the whole thing.
oh, okay, good.
Well, probably
Okay.
not. I mean, maybe not. I don't know.
No, it
Okay.
somehow it there's a connection where I feel like I'm calmed by it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So take a sip of it and close your eyes and tell me all the goodness that you get from it. What are the feelings, emotions, and memories that you have from it?
Um, Probably having it with a grilled cheese sandwich with my mom.
Okay, so mom, and what is that?
Yeah.
What does that memory mean to you?
Comfort.
Okay.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I know in my head, but there's a disconnect with the heart.
Okay. All right, and on a scale of 0 to 10, how much do you love or want the Coke so you can feel that comfort and the feelings from mom?
Oh, 10 plus the
Okay.
bubbles. And it also feels for instance, if my blood sugar drops, I immediately want to grab it because it's going to bring my blood sugar back up
Well, and
to
that's true. It
normal.
will bring your blood sugar back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's like it will rescue me. It's a rescue thing.
Okay, rescue. Save me.
Yeah, but I also know that it's destructive. It's like poison. It is poison. I know that. So there's like two messages coming in. Conflict.
Okay. Okay, so 10, you want it 10 you because from the love and the comfort. Okay, so deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and hold. And refill blocks with comfort, with needing and wanting Coke. Deep breath in and out, or breathe out. Deep breath in and hold. I reset blocks with comfort, with Coke is going to save me. Release. Deep breath in and hold. Reset blocks with my reality, with Coke is going to save me. Release. Deep breath in and hold. I reset blocks with mom, with Coke makes me feel like home. Release. Deep breath and hold. I release the blocks with Coke. With drinking it makes me feel like still with mom. Release. Deep breath and hold. I release all feeling with Coke. Deep breath and hold. I release needing to be rescued with Coke. Deep breath and hold. I release the box with Coke with save me. Deep breath and hold. I release all memories with Coke. Deep breath and hold. I release all emotional connection with drinking Coke. Deep breath in and out. Okay, now take a sip of the Coke again and tell me what comes up for you. How badly do you love it? 0 to 10. 10 absolutely. Or it's gone down.
That's like a 6.
6. What do you taste now? What do you feel now?
I don't know. It's just kind of bland. I mean, it's still sweet, but I'm
Yeah,
just
right. All right, so why would you want to drink it now? What is it going to give you now? What do you believe it can do for you?
Oh, it's destructive. I know it. I know it's not good for me. I know in my head. Um, I don't know. That's a good question. I like the bubbles. There's something about the bubbles that
Okay. We didn't
I
touch
just,
the bubbles, so that's okay. We'll
yeah,
do the bubbles.
the bubbles,
Isn't that cool? I didn't do anything with the bubbles, and what comes up? The bubbles.
the bubbles.
Awesome. I love it. Okay, cool. Deep breath in and out. Deep breath and hold. There's a box of Coke with I love the bubbles. Deep breath and hold. There's a box with drinking Coke with the feeling of the bubbles. Deep breath and hold to release all sensations with the bubbles. Deep breath and hold. There's a box with fun with bubbles. Deep breath and hold. There's a box with happiness with bubbles. Deep breath and hold. There's a box of joy with bubbles. Deep breath and hold to release all destructiveness with bubbles. Deep breath and hold. There's a box of Coke with destructive. Deep breath in and out. All right, go
So,
ahead and taste it again. Go ahead.
something else came up really
Yeah.
strong, and it was like the main reason.
Okay.
Um, my mom gave it to me when I was a child without the bubbles, like Coke syrup. It was meant to calm your whole digestion.
Okay.
So that's really, I felt like that's why I drink it to calm me down. It
Okay.
really does.
Okay.
Yeah, now it tastes really weird. Isn't that funny? Yeah.
This is the most fun of all of them. Of all the clearings I ever do, this is the most fun. I really love these.
Yeah, it just
Clearing
tastes,
narcissism is the most rewarding, but doing this is the most fun.
yeah. No,
I love
it's
clearing
definite
narcissism.
different. Yeah, it was
Oh,
definitely the comfort without the bubbles. It was very, I remember my father in he was a pharmacist, and in his safe he would have Coke syrup, and he had to keep it locked up because of the Coke in it. I guess there was some formulation that
yes.
was, yeah. So I
There
guess
was
that's what I'm
really,
addicted to.
there
It
was
goes back
really
to
real
a
Coke
long
in
time ago. Yeah, it's amazing.
it.
I love it. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, hold on one second. Coke keeps me calm is what I need to do. Deep breath and hold. It's a box with joy with Coke keeps me calm. Deep breath and hold to release all belief blocks with Coke makes me feel calm.
Yeah.
Let's see. Deep breath and hold. Air cell blocks with love with Coke. Coke makes me feel calm. Be still. Deep breath and hold. Air cell blocks with mom with Coke makes me feel calm. Deep breath and hold. Air cell blocks with forgiveness of memories and beliefs with Coke makes me feel calm. Deep breath and hold. Air cell blocks with clarity with Coke makes me feel calm. Deep breath and hold, release all nervousness and anxiety with Coke makes me feel calm. Deep breath and hold. I'm so happy, thankful, and grateful I can let go of the control of believing Coke can make me feel calm. Okay. Deep breath and hold. I'm so happy, thankful, and grateful for the journey that Coke has supported me with. Deeper inhale, I'm so happy, thankful, and grateful. I can let go of any and all destructive choices. Deeper than inhale, I'm so happy, thankful, and grateful. I can still feel mom's love without eating grilled cheese or drinking Coke. Okay, deep breath in and out. All right, take a
Amazing.
sip of the Coke again. Tell me what it tastes like.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I heard myself saying I have to calm myself, but now that's not part of it. Oh, this is amazing. What a release. That's really amazing.
Isn't that awesome? All right, so
Yes.
now let's do mom real quick. I want
Okay.
mom to make sure that you can still feel mom's love without needing that, right? So,
Okay.
so now the diabetes and that stuff, you're gonna, you can have honey or a sip of that. That's gonna still help you if you need it in a pinch, right? So in
Yes.
a pinch, you can still have it. But we want to make sure that we have, now that we know this, we can have other things on our side. And Swati will probably tell you, what you can have better for in a pinch. So, but this is just to get rid of that so we're not like associating it with love to mom. Okay. So what I
Got
want you
it.
to do is close your eyes. I want you to imagine mom in front of you.
Yep.
And I want you to connect her heart to your heart and back and forth.
Yep.
And allow her, just between you and her, have her say something to you that you need to hear from her
Yep.
and respond back.
Okay.
And know that this is your mind and your choice, and that you can feel this anytime you want to, and you can connect anytime you want to. And you don't need to destruct yourself or your body in order to feel this love.
Amazing.
You could tap into this anytime. This is yours. Anytime. And now, as you look at her in front of you, I would just say thank you for all of the lessons and all of the journey that you have experienced. And anything else you need to say to her, and have her come to you for a hug if she allows it. And embrace her as tightly as she's embracing you. And take a deep breath in and hold that love into your heart, lock and key. Blow out a butterfly, your favorite color, transforming the old into the new. Do it one more time. Take a deep breath in of your favorite color. Blow out a butterfly, that color, representing the transformation of the old into the new.
Yeah, I don't need it. I
Awesome.
don't need it anymore. Thank you. Yeah. No, I don't need it. I get that. I totally get it.
Yeah, that's
That
fantastic.
was amazing. Thank you. Woo.
You're welcome. Yep, I love that. That's super fun. All right, guys, that's all I have. Does anybody have any questions, comments, or concerns before we go?
I just wanted to say thank you so much. This was so much fun hanging out with everyone today. I
Yay.
haven't done this in a while and it was so much fun and I really miss this kind of stuff.
I love you, Susie. Thanks for being on today.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. I
Thank
really
you.
needed this. So thank you.
Good.
Appreciate it.
It
Good
was
and
so good.
good.
The
Awesome.
last part, it's just the connection with my mom, and it's just my practice name started with my late mom's name. So I
Oh,
always take her, like I always feel her blessings are always with me to guide my
um,
path. And today it felt like such a, and today Thursdays are where we fast for our gurus and things like that. So she was the one who told me to start this fasting on every Thursday, and that is how I felt like, just to get connected with her and to being with you all. It's all I always feel is it's all universe connects good people together. We have to see the good in each and every being, and we can just progress. We keep on progressing. So thank you so much. Like specifically, Judy, like thank you.
you're
You are an
welcome. Thank
amazing
you.
Yeah.
human being. We haven't met in person yet, but I know that our intentions for the world are the same, and that is what matters. And people like you make us more stronger, give
Thank
us the support to really evolve and make your lives evolve as well as ours.
you.
So
Yes.
thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you. And I
Thank
see I see so much of me in you. We're very similar. We are very similar. I know we've talked a few times before, and
Mhm.
it's just like it's amazing how incredible we're on a similar journey, but in different avenues. So it's awesome how we connected. And so I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. And I have posted the links on the chats as well for my website as well as my Facebook page.
Awesome.
So please connect with me anytime you want, and I would be happy to work with you.
Yes,
thank you.
I'm sure a lot of us will be contacting you soon. So awesome. All right. Does anybody have anything else before we go?
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Awesome. All right. I love you guys.